right, boys. Welcome back to episode 22, I believe, of Taking All Bets. If you would, could you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you're listening, as well as rate and share the podcast. That way, more people can listen to it. Kurt's not here. I'm here. I'll be with you for the next, 90 seconds. Me and Kurt did a NHL playoff preview show with Off the Rails Sports Podcast, the podcast in which we have partnered with. We are very excited for it, for this partnership. It just allows us, like I said last episode, it just allows us to bring content to you guys in different ways, not just audio, but we're doing some articles here and there on their website. I believe it's otrsports.net. Go check it out. You can also listen to the podcast there. So me and Kurt and the boys over at OTR, Hunter and Jacob, we did a pre-NHL playoffs show. And we had a lot of fun. It was a good time. We drafted some teams, and we'll be keeping track of those stats for our players that we drafted throughout the entire playoffs. And the winner, we don't know what the winner will get. Will it be just for bragging rights? I don't know. Will it be for a cash value prize of $48,000? Don't know. I guess you'll have to listen to the whole episode to figure it out so that you can know what is riding on this, what the stakes are at. Of course, I believe that my team's the best. I don't really think that there's a debate with that. The other guys might say that their team's all right, but my team is number one. It'll wipe the floor with everybody else. I picked the right teams that were going to go deep into the playoffs. And I picked my players with that in mind, with which teams were going to go deep. I'm doing big brain stuff over here at Taking All Bets. I don't know what these other guys are doing, but my team's the best. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to rub it in anymore, because I'll have plenty of time to do that when I'm standing on top of the podium. So I want to tee up our little collaboration show, if you want to call it that, between Taking All Bets, me, Tucker, and Curtis, as well as Jacob and Hunter from Off the Rails. So here it is. All right, boys, we're here. We're doing it. We're live. We're doing the collaboration. TAB, OTR, you know how it is. What's going on, boys?
Not much. Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Hey,
thanks for having us, guys. Excited to be on.
Always.
We're always exciting when playoff hockey's around the corner. So
yeah, so we're gonna do a little preview show. So right now we're gonna start off with our predictions for who we think are going to come out of each division. And so we're going to give you conference finals matchups, if you want to call them that, and then cup finals, and then obviously cup champion. And then later in the show, we're going to get into a draft. We're going to draft players for the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we already have the orders picked out for who's going in the draft. And then it'll be a snake draft, and I'm going to win. So Kurt, let's start with you. Who do you got coming out? Let's see. Who do you got coming out of the North? Let's start with the North.
The North. So I think last time we did our show, I said I had Winnipeg, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to.
No, they've been struggling, and it looks like Toronto is the team to beat right now. I think the only thing that worries me if I'm a Leafs fan is Carey Price is coming back, and I was for fun looking at his playoff stats. And if you guys have a chance, you guys should do that, because it's it's nice to see those numbers because I think that could change that series. If that guy comes back and he plays like we know he can, he had like a 928, 930, 926. It was crazy the last like 4 or 5 years. But I still think Toronto will pull that off. And then Edmonton, the offense is there. Just don't think there's enough depth. So I'll take Toronto and or coming out of the North.
All right, you're going Toronto. Hunter, we know probably who you're going to take, but let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I try and keep my points of view not related to the teams I cheer for.
That's
But I do think that is not. I do think Toronto's coming out of this division. I mean, agreeing with Kurt, with Winnipeg was the team that would give them their run for their money all season long, and then all of a sudden Ehlers goes down and Winnipeg just can't find those wins. So if the team's coming out of the North, I think it's Toronto. Kurt does make a good point about Price's success in the playoffs. I mean, we saw Montreal take down Pittsburgh last year. But I mean, Montreal all year just has been so inconsistent. They fired their coach and they still just couldn't get back on the horse. And I don't know. I can't see them getting past Toronto with their offense. And even if Carey Price does get hot, I think the Toronto's top 6 or even top 9 can do a number on them.
Okay. What about you, Jake?
I'm going to go off the board here. You guys all went Toronto. I'll take the underdog. I'll go Edmonton. Based on the sole fact that I think McDavid and Draisaitl have another gear to turn up for the playoffs. We saw McDavid down the stretch here. He was going for 100. He decided, okay, I actually care about that. I'll start to try now. He was scoring 3 to 4 points a game. He couldn't be stopped. I don't trust Toronto's defense and goaltending as much as everybody does. I think if it costs them 1 or 2 games, especially in a series against Edmonton, I think that's enough to kill them. I'll go with the underdog. Give me Edmonton.
Well, you said they're going to find another gear. They're going to need a Lamborghini engine to get out of this division. Toronto's winning this division, like without question. Without question, they're the best team.
So good.
They're the best team in this division. Carey Price is a dud. Okay, he's done. He's no more. The Edmonton Oilers just don't have enough, and Winnipeg has just been sad. I mean, Montreal. If you take out the first 11 games, take out everyone's first 11 games where Montreal was red hot, okay? Since their first 11 games, Montreal is the worst team in this division.
Montreal's not good. They're the most overrated team of all time.
They're just not a good hockey team. They're just not a good hockey team. They're going to get stomped in this first round. Toronto's coming into this division. I mean, no question. Let's go on to the Central, though. Who do we got coming out of the Central, Kurt?
This one I think was the easiest one for me. Tampa. I'm riding with Tampa. They're getting Kucherov back. They looked good all year. I'll take Tampa.
It's a quick response, and I like
it. It's all I needed.
All right, Hunter, what do you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Tampa as well. I do think that Carolina is going to give them a really big test. I even think Florida's going to give them a big test. We saw them battle all year long. Even these last couple of games going into the playoffs, we've seen them battle, but we haven't seen Kucherov all year. We haven't seen Stamkos in the last couple of games, so they're getting them back. I mean, a little bit of cap maneuvering that I'm not 100% okay with, but they're going to get those guys back. But I do think Carolina's the real deal, so I do see that going the distance. I think it's going to be a Tampa Carolina semifinal for the division title there, but I just, you can't count Tampa out.
Okay. What about you, Jake?
I mean, what are we doing here? There's only one team in the league that has the best.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
The best defenseman in the league in Hedman, the best goaltender in the league in Vasilevsky, and the best coach in John Cooper. You put those things together, they're unbeatable. This isn't even like Tampa should get a bye. That's just how it should go. It's not even going to be close. Give me Tampa.
Third place in the division, get a bye.
We had our 2 best players out.
I do.
The way he was talking to me when I said the Leafs were coming out here, like this is what I have to deal with on my show, guys.
I do appreciate though that Tucker and Jake have been able to put their bias aside and give us some honest answers.
Hey, that's hard hitting journalism here.
Hey, we're not professional. Let's get this real. Hey, me and you, Kurt, like these guys we were talking about before. These guys, they're prim and proper. They look nice. They talk nice. We get on here and we're like the ugly cousin that's just there for a good time. We're 12 beers deep and we're saying wild stuff and people love it.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking the Islanders in 4.
Okay, I like that pick as well.
I was kidding. I'm not doing that. Don't
I
mark
mean,
that down.
I'm gonna take Tampa out of this division as well. But can we just talk about how wild Florida is this year? Like, how are they second in this division?
And what if they
Like,
had
how?
Ekblad still? Like that's without Ekblad, right? So
Yeah.
imagine like if only they still had Ekblad, they actually I feel like that's kind of in my mind when I'm looking at the roster, they don't have that guy on the back end. But if they had him, I think they can make some serious noise. I still think they have an opportunity, but still taking Tampa. But I wish Ekblad was back for the playoffs. It would just make it even more interesting.
It just shows
You
what
also have
coaching
to
can
look at
do in a
this.
year as
Mhm.
well.
Go ahead, Jake.
Like Joel Quenville is a very good coach, very respected. He comes
Yeah.
down there and he completely flipped that switch there. That team's playing different. They're playing with a lot more grit. They're getting a lot more out of guys that usually wouldn't produce that much.
Like a
So
Carter
he's-
Verhaeghe.
Exactly. He's exceeding with what he's been given. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's going to be enough to beat Tampa in a 7-game series.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I like the positivity you guys have, but I'm going to put a negative spin on it. The Central Division is not a strong division. I mean, Columbus is just, they don't have it. Detroit's never had it. Chicago is one of those teams who had a hot start, but they came back to reality. Dallas got in trouble with COVID, and look at Nashville sneaking in on that 4th seed. I mean, the only reason they're in the playoffs is because there's a 4th seed. So I just don't see it being a strong division. Tampa's always a team since they got swept in the first round from Columbus. The regular season just does not matter. They need to get into the playoffs and prove themselves there. That's why Florida has the 2nd seed.
Do you guys actually want to hear a funny quote speaking about that? So apparently they said on TSN, an anonymous player today said from the West, they said the North Division is the worst division and none of the teams are good and none of the forwards play defense. They can't wait to play them. I swear to God, I heard that today.
I saw that. There was a big article about like the anonymous guy. It was like,
Mickey,
they just, none of them play defense.
It's the Mickey Mouse division. So I'm looking forward to seeing the team that comes out of there.
Huh? You want to back that train up a little bit, huh? The Mickey Mouse division, huh? You want to talk about that?
I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Let's move. All right. So Hunter just said how bad this division was. Halfway through the season, Nashville was like, "Oh, we're gonna sell everybody," and then they just backed their way in to a playoff spot. Let's move on. Let's move on to the West. I'll tell you how dog shit this division is too. They got the 3 California teams plus Arizona. That is not a good division whatsoever.
You watched how good the Kings are?
Kings have 49 points. Let's get real. All right, let's get real here.
Sacramento,
and they got Arizona
Sacramento Kings.
They got St. Louis, who barely has more than 60 points. They have 61 points. Like this is just not. Hold on. Let's look at this. St. Louis has played 55 games. Okay, let's not take in like overtime losses because in playoff hockey that doesn't matter at all. St. Louis is 26-29. They're a playoff team. Like what?
I don't want to hear
Somebody's
you
got
guys. I don't want to hear you guys
top-heavy
lost to the
thing.
Ottawa Senators last night. I don't want to hear it.
That game means nothing. It means nothing.
I know.
to
I'm
these
just
guys.
screwing around.
All right, let's go to the West. Kurt, who do you got coming out of the West?
The West. I'm gonna go. This is probably the toughest one that are the East, but I think Vegas and Colorado are just. It feels like that should be a finals matchup, but I'm gonna go Colorado. I like the Avs. I think they've been close, and Grubauer's looked really good this year. They're deep, scoring on a lot of lines. McKinnon last year in the playoffs was unbelievable. I think he'll be back to that form. I'm going to take the Avs.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Hunter, who do you have?
I've been high on Vegas all year round. And I mean, the first thing I'll allude to is goaltending wins you playoff series and wins you cups. And when you have Vezina probable winning goaltender and Marc-Andre Fleury, if it wasn't for Vasilevsky, he'd get the trophy right now. You also have Robin Leonard, who's getting back from a concussion and, has been battling some mental health issues all year round with the way that COVID has impacted them and the team. NHL came out and said that they were going to lift some restrictions, which is great. I mean, we all heard Leonard. We all heard the quote a couple of weeks ago voicing his frustration with the NHL about not having lifted those precautions. So them getting back to, maybe even full capacity in the second round, I think is what Vegas is hoping to do, which is just outrageous saying that we can't even go outside and swing a club right now in Ontario, but Vegas can have full stands. I just think that's going to be a huge impact, and I think Vegas is going all the way to the final.
See what I'm talking about, Kurt? How like professional of a response is that? That's amazing. That's amazing. It's like a script he's reading off. All right, Jake, what do you got?
I got Colorado. They're, in all seriousness, they are really the only team that scares me for Tampa. They're deep. They can score at all levels. Philip Grubauer's shown that he's a stud. The guy's a true number one. They can score with anybody, and their defense can move the puck better than anybody, can keep the puck away from Vegas. Give me Colorado to make it out of the West.
Okay, this is going to be a split decision here because I'm going Vegas. I think Vegas, I mean, they're just solid up and down the lineup. They have, like Hunter said, 2 goalies that when they're on their games are top 15 goalies in the world, and they have both of them. It's just, I don't know, like there's just so many ways that they can play the game that they're so dangerous because they're good in all situations. I mean, they're the President's Trophy winner, which, I mean, that doesn't mean a lot in the playoffs. It actually means usually bad things in the playoffs. But I'm going to go Vegas. I just like their lineup. I think their D is extremely solid. And they just play a really good, tight defensive game, I think. So I'm going to go Vegas. But let's move on to the East and who people have been saying is the best division this year, which I can't say I argue with. But Kurt, who do you have coming out of the East?
This one was definitely the toughest, I think. And it pains me to say this as a Caps fan, but I'm gonna have to take Pittsburgh. This one, I think this first 2 weeks of the year, I would have said, or actually probably first 2 months, I would have said Washington. Boston's looked really good at the second half of the year, and I don't think Kuznetsov's going to be available for the first 2 games. I think we're going to have trouble getting out of the first round. They're going to beat the Islanders. I'm going to say Pittsburgh, Boston. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Come on. You know you want to take Washington. It feels good. Take them.
No,
it feels
I
good.
respect it. Hey, he's keeping the bias out of it.
Take it. I do, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Okay. Hunter, what about you?
I appreciate Kurt's honesty. I know it's tough to go against the home team. I just want to point that out there.
It's painful.
I'm going to go a little wild here. I'm going to go Boston with the playoffs. We saw it. I want to go back to St. Louis and when they won the cup. They were playing the best hockey going into the playoffs, and that's the reason that they won the cup. And right now, Boston's playing the best hockey of the season by all the teams. Look what they did to Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall had 2 goals going to that team. Now he's got 7. And when you have the line of Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak doing what they do, there's just no line that can stop them. And I just think they're going to play well, and they're going to beat Pittsburgh and get to that number 1 seed out of the division.
Did you guys see what Peter Laviolette said when the reporter called them the perfection line? He goes, how are you going to stop the perfection line? He goes, what did you just call them? The perfection line. He goes, what? He goes, I mean the Bergeron line. He goes, oh, okay. And then he answered the question.
I respect it.
I love it.
Like, what a hero. Like,
Good
just
job,
call
Peter.
them the Bergeron line.
Yeah. That's
Living-
Coach Laviolette there. I like that.
Hey, Coach Laviolette is going to be living rent-free in their heads. Just like
that's
Tom
Wilson. Wilson's job.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Both
of them. Both of them.
Current owner of the New York Rangers, Tom Wilson.
Okay. Okay.
He is. He basically is.
Jake, what do you
He
got?
ripped
for
a
these?
franchise down.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
I got Boston coming out of the East. I do think the top 2 teams are Washington, Boston. I think Boston has the depth. I think they have the goaltending and they have the defensive play to beat Washington in that series. Taylor Hall is just added a whole new dimension for them to have basically 2 number 1 lines, both scoring at number 1 rates. It's very hard to beat in the playoffs. Not many teams can compete with the toughness that Washington brings. Boston's one of them. That's why it's a tough matchup for them. Give me Boston to come out of the East. They're playing the best hockey right now, like Hunter said.
As a Toronto fan, I will, and I mean never say that Boston's going to win a game. Fuck you, Boston. Fuck you, Boston. Honestly,
Boston versus Montreal. Who you got?
Fuck you.
Who would you
Montreal.
rather win?
Montreal.
Really?
100%. Montreal. Yes. That's how much I despise Boston right now. I will.
There's not a rivalry with Montreal like there is with Boston. I mean,
I guess that's true because recent memory and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're in our 20s. We have no idea of the rivalry that the Habs and Leafs had in the 70s. Like, come on.
That's true.
So I have a Boston Bruins hat from when I was a younger, dumber man, and if the Leafs, I almost like I say that I don't want them to win, but I almost want the Leafs to meet the Bruins in the playoffs. I will burn that hat on a live stream, and then I will piss all over that hat. That's how much I despise this team. I will drive to Boston. Okay, I will go to TD Garden, and I will get into the heads of the so-called perfection line. Okay, I'm gonna start saying awful things. I'll be thrown out before the first period's over, and I'm just gonna be in their heads. That's how much I hate Boston. So I'm taking Kurt. I got your back. I'm taking Washington in this division.
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm taking Washington. They're big. They're mean. They got Tom Wilson. He's a tank. But seriously, I'm gonna take Washington. I just think they're bigger. They're stronger. They got Anthony Mantha now.
That's right.
I mean, they're just up and down the lineup. They got John Carlson running the back end. I love it. And you know what? I have faith in this young goaltender they have. So I just love it. I just love the pick.
Do you know his name?
Doesn't need to. Blind loyalty.
Vitek Vanacek.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
In Vanacek we trust.
That's right. That's right. Vanacek for what is he? Russian?
He's from the Czech Republic.
Okay. Whatever they have, prime
Hey,
ministers.
did you know when we were scouting Vrana, he was on the same team. So then we're like, oh, this guy's not bad. But it's because we were scouting Jacob Vrana. We're like, oh man, we should draft this guy. And look what happened. Yeah, we got the 2-for-1.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so now that we have your division winners, everybody's will be a little bit different. So I don't know if you guys wrote it down, but your conference finals matchups, just so everybody knows who they have. I have Toronto meeting Vegas, and then Tampa meeting Washington. What are yours, Kurt?
It looks like the Avs, Lightning, and then Pittsburgh, Toronto.
It's the other way. So it'd be Avs, Toronto, right? Avalanche, and then Toronto, and it'd be
it's your top seed versus your lowest seed.
No, isn't it just conference?
It's just by points, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's by points.
It's reseed. Yeah, like
it's reseed at 4
It's reseed. Yeah, there's no conference.
Yeah. There you go. I haven't been paying attention at all.
This fucking guy.
Hey, I get on here not knowing what I'm talking about half the time. All right, that's just how I roll. I shoot from the hip. I shoot from the hip. That's how I am.
All right.
All right.
We'll respect that.
All right. So let me figure this out. So I got never mind. I got Vegas, and then I got I don't know.
Pull up the standings.
I don't like what does Toronto go ahead of Washington? What is it? Goals for is the tiebreaker?
We got that good old Lindsay education coming.
I think it's like
fuck you.
It's just like I think regulation wins.
Regulation wins.
Something dumb like that.
I think you just go by points, and then if it's a tie,
well,
then
it's because Toronto and Washington are tied, and he had both those. So
okay, and they're tied in regulation wins. So now what?
Dude,
they play each other.
Just look at the standings. It's already in order. They do that for you.
I know. All right, you guys go. All
right. You want me to go? All right. I've got. I'll take the Avs over the Lightning and the Penguins over the Leafs.
All right, Hunter, go. I'm still working.
Oh man, I'm taking Vegas over Boston because that's where I'm at.
Do it.
I got to take Tampa over Toronto. I just think, yes, I think Toronto they've done everything right that they can this year, but Tampa's too talented and the experience is there as well. Like they won last year, so that's a big factor too.
And Toronto's in the Mickey Mouse division.
So I got the Avalanche beating Boston, And then I got Tampa beating Toronto.
Okay.
we saying
I
our
think I
finals?
figured this
No?
out. I figured this out. Wait, I don't know. Did you guys? I was too busy doing.
No,
math.
we didn't.
Did
We
you
didn't
guys?
No,
do
we
final.
didn't.
We'll go
We
back
didn't
and
say
do
it.
finals after.
All right.
Okay.
So I've now figured this out. Vegas is going to play Tampa in my bracket, and fuck, that's a way different result than I thought it was going to be.
4 teams really threw you off.
Yeah, I wow. Okay. I got to fuck. I got to go Vegas. I guess. I mean,
Okay.
just like
Be
oh,
careful.
that's so
Be
tough.
careful with your next pick.
Toronto and Washington. Toronto, Washington. You know what? Okay, so before I started this, and when I thought Vegas was gonna have to play Toronto, which I wholeheartedly did, I was like, "Oh, Vegas, like they're a tough team. Like, it'd be really hard for Toronto to beat them." But then I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be really hard for Vegas to beat Toronto. Like, it's gonna be the exact same way opposite." I'm gonna take Toronto. I'm taking
Wrong.
Toronto. I'm taking Toronto. No, you don't. No. You don't hit me with the wrong. No. You don't do that on my show. Okay. You don't do that. You see, I control the soundboard. You don't hit me with the wrong. You know what I mean? Fuck you, Donald. You don't hit me with that.
Hey, relax.
I'm going Toronto.
I didn't even have the Caps out of the first round, so it's fine. Don't worry about
There
it.
you go. All right. So Kurt, who do you have in the Cup Finals?
The Avs and the Penguins, and I will go with the Avalanche.
The Avalanche. Okay.
Yeah, the Avalanche
are
from
your
Colorado.
champions. All right. That's a different way to say it. All right. Hunter, what do you got?
Oof. Vegas and Tampa. I'm going to take Vegas to win the whole thing. I mean, I just said it when we went over the teams coming out of the divisions. I think Vegas is going all the way, and I've been preaching that for the last couple months.
Vegas, Stanley Cup champions.
Which is ridiculous to say. They've
Yeah,
been
I
in
don't
doesn't
really
sound
like
right.
that.
That's why
4
they're not
years.
gonna
I don't
win.
really like that.
You can't say it.
All right, Jake,
Like,
what
I
do
just
you
look
I
at
got?
thought
all
we were
your
gonna
guys'
say it the
faces.
first year.
You guys said it out loud, and then your faces like we're like, ugh, that's gross to say.
Yeah, because I'm
Honestly,
like,
Hey,
what is
honest-
going on here?
When the Caps played them in 2018, I was like, we're obviously gonna win. This isn't even a real team we're playing. So I knew we would win because it feels like they're like a fake team.
A
So
fake team.
I got
Yeah, it's a fake team.
obviously I'm going Lightning over Avalanche. I'm gonna ride with my guys. Back-to-back cups is hard. Tampa has the team to do it. They basically return the exact same team. I think the team knows that, hey, we are $15 million over the cap. There's going to be some changes here in the offseason. I think they're really going to push together, and I think they're going to get the job done.
Tucker, you
just
control the
break Kucherov's leg
soundboard,
again.
right?
Do I control the soundboard? Yeah, I
was just
do.
curious. I was just
I do.
curious.
Wrong. I do. Hit him with the wrong. Hit him with the wrong, Donald. So okay, I got. All right. So we got Vegas and Toronto. You know what? Tough matchup. But you know what? It's going to be the same result. I thought Vegas was going to play Toronto in the conference finals, and turns out they're not. They're going to play in the Stanley Cup Finals, which is even better for Toronto. So I wish it wasn't copyrighted because I'd be playing Hall & Oates right now because for the first time since 1967, the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup. That's it. That's all it's going to be. Yeah, clip that.
You just lost all credibility. All of it gone.
They're winning.
With our shows, we don't have a lot, so it's
Where do
okay,
I submit my show resignation for taking all bets? I'm officially submitting my resignation after hearing that.
Hey, I'll do a fucking power hour with Tucker Muirhead, okay? I'll change the name of the show to Power Hour, and I'll just get on here and start ranting and raving, okay?
I was just screaming into a microphone after they win would be unbelievable. For like
I'll
an hour
cry.
straight, Curtis wouldn't even have to say anything. You would just sit there and you just like list all the people that didn't believe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a long list.
Yeah, it is.
It actually includes Justin Trudeau now. Did you hear what he said today? He's all on board. He's all on board the Habs wagon. So am I.
Good for him. Get us out of the pandemic.
That's very true. Yeah. Hey, don't you have other things to do, Justin?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You're running this country like the fucking Canadians are running their organization.
Yeah.
We're just
Freaking Biden
going.
can't make it up a flight of stairs. And we're just getting there.
we're-
His
we're-
country at it.
We're stuck out here in North Korea, Ontario.
There was a TikTok, that guy that he like wrote, he made that TikTok. It was like North Korea, Ontario live update. Okay, so I got Toronto. To reiterate, Curtis has who?
The
Avalanche. And Hunter has the Knights, and Jacob has the Lightning. Probably
we all
the
got
worst
different
pick here.
finals. Final
We
champions.
do. We all have different teams.
We do. This is very, very good. This is good.
Well, now
Most
I
of the
feel
time, me and
silly.
Kurt just agree on stuff. We just get on here and for half an hour, we're just like, "Yep, I totally agree."
Oh
with you.
no!
We just get on here and play.
I
Wally
messed up. I
Backman.
took Edmonton. I didn't take Toronto.
Oh yeah, redo yours.
Start over. We're starting
Start
the ball
over.
over.
All right, so you got
okay, that-
Edmonton.
So I got the Avalanche will beat Edmonton,
Okay.
and then Tampa or Toronto. Sorry, yes, Tampa will beat Boston.
Okay.
So then it will be same finals. Tampa wins. Yeah. So
Okay,
it doesn't change
so-
anything.
So it
Close
didn't make
call.
a single difference, and
No.
that's 30 seconds we just wasted.
That's fine. Cut it.
I'd like to
Okay.
apologize to all the viewers.
I'd like to apologize.
Absolutely no one.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Double champ does what the fuck he wants. Okay. So now you have our brackets. You know who our cup champions are. So now we are going to do a draft. We're going to keep track of the points each of these players are going to get throughout the playoffs. How it's going to work is the player will get 1 point for a goal, 1 point for an assist. You have to take a goalie. So he will get 1 point for a win and 2 points for a shutout. Okay. So we have already done a number generator, random number generator. So Kurt will be picking first, followed by me, and then Hunter, and then Jacob. So let's start with you, Kurt, to open up the 2021 NHL playoff draft. We have Team Curtis on the clock.
With the first overall selection, I would like to pick Nathan McKinnon.
Nathan McKinnon. Okay.
I had them going all the way and winning it, so makes sense. I would take their best player, one of the best in the league. Easy selection.
All right. I
How
like
many
the pick.
defense were we picking again? By the way, is it
Yeah,
four?
pick
Three or
four.
four?
You-
Four. Okay.
Six forwards, 4D, 1 goalie. Okay, that's how we're doing it. So, with the second pick in the 2021 NHL playoff draft, Team Tucker would like to select centerman from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews. Fucking right. Yeah. Everybody loves my pick. Everybody loves my pick. I mean, I have them winning the cup final. So I have them winning the cup. So I think they're going to go deep. I think points per game, he's number one on the team. He has more than Mitch Marner. And I mean, it's just a no-brainer. He was the number one choice on my list was Austin Matthews. So I got my boy. So Hunter, who do you got at number 3 in the draft?
I'm gonna follow up with Mitch Marner. I mean, he's got one more point than Austin Matthews, and he's gonna be feeding Matthews for all his goals, and they're gonna go a little bit more than the rest of the teams. So why not take a guy who's gonna get you points?
I
Mitch
guess
Marner
you guys
is
are hoping
off
for a
the
lot
board.
of points in 7 games.
in 7 games. In 7 games, more like
That's
5
a-
games before we fucking move on to the next round. That's what it's gonna be. Okay, that's what it's gonna
Alright.
be. I mean, the guy who runs the light behind the Canadians' goal, his finger's gonna be broken by the end of the series. He's just gonna be pounding that thing because we're just gonna be lighting a lamp on Carey Price. That's just what we do. That's just what we do.
You pronounced Tyler Toffoli scoring wrong.
He's a joke. All right.
Abs fans will be
Jacob.
singing Hall & Oates for the next 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you guys just left me the best player in the league in Connor McDavid. What are we doing here?
He's
The
got
guy-
the first round. Congrats. He's going to get you 10
He's not going to be out the first round. He'll be out in the second round. Guess what? He'll still lead
Whoa.
all the playoffs in 2 rounds, probably.
Wow. That's a wow. All right, wow.
Hey, we're
That,
going to live on the edge because I got back to backs here, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
living on
You
the
wanna
edge.
see
That's
li-
for sure.
Edge, give me Draisaitl too.
Dreisaitl?
Okay.
Barrel,
Wow.
let's
Okay.
go.
All right.
Wow.
Give me
This
both
draft
of
is
them.
opened
Whoa.
right
I had
up.
them. Hey, I had them coming out of the north. Give me them. Why not?
Okay. All right.
This is interesting now.
Ooh, okay. Can you like explain your lunacy for picks real quick?
First of all, I don't think taking Connor McDavid's lunacy. He's everybody in points. Austin Matthews, wingman, goes second in the draft. Nobody says anything. Connor McDavid's wingman goes fourth, and we have a little fifth.
Well,
What are we doing here? Or fifth? It's an easy pick. They're going to beat Toronto. They're going to have 1 billion points each.
I love it.
okay.
I'm convinced, actually. I'm all on board now.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Well,
heard
they're
they're gonna-
already off the board, so you can't take them.
I'll trade you them if you want.
Now, McKinnon, no, I have just untouchables on my team.
Wow. All right, Hunter, who do you got at number 6?
I'm taking Brad Marchand with 69 points on the season. Nice. In
Nice.
53 games. You can't say no, and I have him going to the semifinal or conference final or whatever you want to call it. So I got to take him.
My board is still looking pretty good. A lot of guys I want still on the board. So I'm going to take
Same.
the guy, and Jake's gone. Jake just got up and he walked away from his desk.
he looked at his picks and he said,
What is he doing?
He
I
looked
can
at
still hear you. Sorry, my
Middle
dog
of
was
the
freaking
show.
out, guys. My dog was freaking out. I could still hear you guys. You guys were good.
Okay. Wow. Okay. At number 7, Team Tucker is going to take winger from the Vegas Golden Knights, Mark Stone. Mark Stone is going on my team, leading the team in points. One of the top point getters in the league this year. And I have them going against Matthews and the Leafs in the conference finals, or in the Stanley Cup Finals. Sorry. Once I got that figured out. Mark Stone on my team. Kurt, closing out round 2. Who do you got?
Well, I got back-to-back picks here, but I'll make my first selection. Can't believe he's still available. Sidney Crosby. I will gladly take Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby. God. Okay, Kurt, I'm not going to lie. So I recorded like a little thing before we did this, just like the opening we do to the show, and just like kind of teeing this up. And I said my team was the best.
Or even
I mean,
see him.
Like Tucker can see into the future. This is wild. So who do you got starting out round 3?
So I told you. So my cup final is Pittsburgh and Colorado.
Yeah.
We've taken some stars in their wingman. I took McKinnon. I'll go Rantanen. So that leaves my forwards as Rantanen, McKinnon, and Crosby, and I am very happy with that.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at the Colorado picks because they will go they're going to go deeper than Edmonton. That's for sure. So I'm not really mad at them, but for me, I mean, I'm going to have to take a trip down south. I'm going to go Braden Point from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's coming on my team. Sorry, Jake, you can't have him. Yeah. Sorry, Jake. You can't have him.
Hey, I'm a professional. I take bias out of it.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Hunter, who do you have for your next pick?
Well, I'm going to stick with my Cup champions, the Vegas Golden Knights, and take Max Pacioretty with 51 points on the season. He's just been unstoppable since he got flipped to Vegas. So I have full confidence in him to get me the win here.
Max Pacioretty. Okay. I like the pick. I do like that pick. Jake, you got 2 picks here in a row. What are you
my
thinking?
first pick here, we're going to go start building the defense. Cale Makar. Guy averages a point per game. Not many defensemen do that. We're going to take him early. And then we're going to help the back end too. Give me Vasilevsky. I mean, they're going to be the Cup champs. Give me their number 1 goalie. That's just easy.
Vasilevsky and Cale Makar go off the board. Vasilevsky was my number 1 pick for goalie. So I'm a little upset.
I didn't know
with
we
that.
were going other positions. I thought we were just doing forwards first and then defense.
You can go anywhere you want with this.
That's my big
All right.
brain.
Anywhere
I
you would
already
like.
know when we're going to switch things around.
Yeah. But that's a good thing to know
we just
now.
We just have to have 6, 4, and 1, right?
Yeah, 6, 4, and
Okay.
1. That's a good thing to know, Hunter, because you are now on the clock.
All right. Well, if we're gonna start taking defense, I'm gonna take my guy, starting left winger for Team Canada upcoming here, Shea Theodore.
You say left winger?
Sorry, lefty.
He's
I
like,
was gonna say,
that's-
you put me in a
that's-
blender there.
That's
No,
crazy.
so
He's
sorry.
playing
It's
like,
forward-
wait,
he's
what is
playing
he doing?
forward
So
now.
sorry.
He's probably gonna be an electric forward. I bet.
I thought it was some inside
That's a
joke. Like
serious
somebody
changer.
said he was playing winger on Canada.
No,
Let
completely
me change.
my bad.
I'm changing my cup pick. If he's on forward, I'm going Vegas. That's electric. It's a
All
whole
right.
new dynamic.
Shea Theodore off the board.
Shea
Okay.
Theodore.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stick with the forwards because the forwards get the most points. So, this is a tough one. I got 3 guys right near each other, 7, 8, and 9 on my list. Doing a little thinking here. All right, I got it. I'm going with the captain, John Tavares, on my team. He's going to be lifting the cup first this year, so I'm going to take him. He's on my team. Let's go, Johnny T, on Tucker's team. I love it. And then we got Kurt, 2 picks in a row.
I got back to back here. All right. Once again, I'm extremely happy with these 2. I'm going Hedman and Kucherov.
Hedman, Kucherov off
I
the
like
board.
it.
Explain your picks.
I have Tampa making a deep run as well. I'm just trying to load up on those key guys and the teams that I have going far. It just makes the most sense. I think they'll be around the longest. Rack up the points. Simple
Okay.
strategy.
Simple strategy. So Hedman and Kucherov go off the board. Back to me. This is getting tough here. I'm gonna go with John Carlson on my back end.
It's my
I'm
guy.
taking your boy. I'm taking your boy, Kurt. Yeah. I mean, I just like the high scoring D man. That's what you need in these drafts. Hunter, who do you have?
I'm hesitant.
This is where it
on
gets
taking
tough.
Well, this is where I'm hesitant about getting out there and getting a goalie like Jake did, or do I stick with my forwards because I'm a little worried about my forwards so far. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna grab Marc-Andre Fleury while he's still on the board.
Fleury goes off the board. It's a good pick. He was number 2 on my list. Now you had them winning, right? Correct?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So you have them winning. So he's gonna, hey, at least 16 wins. That's what he's gonna need. That's what he's gonna need.
Only thing that
Jake-
worries me is he might split a couple games with Leonard.
Yeah, that's true. Jake, get off your phone and get back in the game.
Oh, I'm
here.
looking at the list here.
Okay.
I got a list on my. I'm not. Hey, we're working.
We're working.
Give me Kucherov.
Uh,
The fact that
Well,
he slid
Nope.
this.
Mm-mm.
unfortunately, I've already taken him,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Can't
put
do
a
it.
stop
Stay off
to
your
that.
phone, Jake.
No, because you
Hey,
took Hedman
hey,
and.
Kucherov.
Grinder will be there.
pronounced
Hey,
it
hey, hey,
Oh,
differently.
you said it weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
that threw me off.
hey, Jake, Grinder will still be there tomorrow. So let's keep
Give
it moving
me-
here, huh?
Aho and Pasternak.
Aho and
Ooh.
Pasternak.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
good
Pasternak
recovery.
wasn't even on my board. Wow.
You
Okay.
did some better research then, Tucker.
Hey,
Well,
the phone
hey.
told me Pasternak, eh? The phone knew.
The phone.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just have Washington beating them in the first round. So I mean, I just
Fair enough. If that's,
Um,
that's a good it's a good reasoning then.
yeah, exactly. Who do we got? We got Hunter. Hunter's on the board. He's on the clock. He's
I'm
thinking.
gonna go Patrice Bergeron. Matches the
Bergeron.
Pasternak was my next pick, and they matched each other's points this year. I mean, Bergeron had a couple more games, but I'm gonna grab him while he's still there.
Patrice Bergeron gone off the board. The perfection line is gone. You can't have them. They're no more. So for my next pick, I got a few guys here that I could pick from. But hey, I'm gonna take another forward, my 5th forward of the draft. I'm gonna take Nicholas Backstrom
Okay.
from the Washington Capitals. So you like that, Kurt? You like my pick?
I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's right. Again, they're going to be in my conference finals, and they're going to lose to Toronto, unfortunately. But Nicholas Backstrom is going to rack up the points in the playoffs as usual. So going to Kurt now with 2 picks in a row.
Yeah, I got 2 here. So I'm going to start off with my goalie, Philip Grubauer. It makes sense that I have the Avalanche going all the way. I need a goalie. He was 3rd on my board. He'll be carrying. He's had a great year. I feel comfortable taking Philip Grubauer, former Capital.
Former Capital. You should just do that. Any player that has ever played for the Capitals, you just go former Capital, and just like that's what follows.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, you need to.
But for my next pick, I'm going to go another defenseman, Alex Pietrangelo.
Alex Pietrangelo, the $8 million man, is off the board. Should have been a Toronto Maple Leafs, but that's okay. I like those picks. I always like those picks. Back to me, though. Where could I go? I only got 1 D-man, which could be a problem.
Nah, you're good.
You know what? I'm going to shock the world right now. I'm going to shock the world. I am taking, get ready for it, Rasmus Sandin on my team. He's going to be my D-man. Hey,
you've been eliminated.
No, you don't understand.
Draisaitl and McDavid were dumb.
I swear in the practice, like they showed the practice lines, he was the 7th D-man.
Nuh-uh. He's going to play. And you know what? If he doesn't play, he's a good locker room guy for my team. He's just going to get the boys riled up. And listen, in 9 games this year, he's at 4 points. Okay? If this guy gets any sniff of power play playing time, I don't even know if I just said that right. He's going to rack up the points. I wrote an article on how bad Morgan Riley's been on the power play recently, and this guy's going to take the reins.
I was listening to him talk about how that guy is not capable of taking a slap shot, and it's kind of true. The guy can't take a one-timer.
No,
that screams power play specialist.
Yeah, right there.
He's just so bad. But anyways, I'm taking Rasmus Sandin as my D-man. So Hunter, who do you have next? Do you like my Rasmus Sandin pick? He shakes his head.
No.
You can say no.
Yeah, you can say
I know he's
no.
going to get in. The only thing I know he's going to get in. I know he's going to get in over Dermott and play alongside Bogosian if he's healthy. So I like it there as you're seeing into the future and kind of predicting your defense there. But we're in playoffs here, and you're going to rely on those top 4
rookie defense
more than anybody.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Cale Makar. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
top 4.
Yeah,
Riley, Brody, and
I'm just saying,
Riley, Brody, Justin
D-man.
Hall, and Jake Muzzin. You're not going to split those guys up. So Sandin's going to be the third line option.
He's just I just love him. He's so like I don't even think
he's first line on Tucker's team.
Yeah, that's right. Like I don't even think playoffs matter to this guy. This guy's such a smooth hockey player. Like he looks like a guy who's been in the league for 25 years. When I wrote the article on him, I compared him with Scott Niedermayer. That is actually such a fair comparison to the way he skates and moves. No, the way he skates, the way he moves, his confidence with the puck, it's unbelievable. It's Scott Niedermayer.
I can't deal with this. Let's move on to the next pick.
All right, whatever.
This is atrocious.
Sorry. Okay. Hunter, did you do your pick yet?
No, I was just waiting for you to be done.
Shut up. Okay.
I'm going to stick with the defenseman too. I have a lot of faith. We're starting to get to the point where the top guys for the teams are going to get a little bit further than most teams are starting to get grabbed up. So I'm going to stick with my pick about Carolina Hurricanes going further than expected and go with Dougie Hamilton.
You bitch.
That's a good pick. I had him on my board too.
Dougie Hamilton goes off the board. I'm just looking at my list. I got a ton of Leafs, and I might be a little biased, but whatever. Jake, you got 2 picks in a row here, bud. Don't blow it. Just don't blow it.
So, like, at this point, I'm basically already committed to Edmonton. If Edmonton doesn't go far, my team fails anyway. Give me Tyson Barrie.
Tyson Barrie, okay.
Guy's a stud on the power play, stud puck moving defenseman, can just pass it up to McDavid. McDavid, Draisaitl to Barrie, I get 3 points. We move along.
Didn't he have the most points by a D-man this year?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
he
And I
did.
just got
Yeah.
him in like the 12th round because I'm a draft expert.
Okay.
And then give me Chris Letang.
Chris Letang off the board. Yeah, my defense isn't looking good. Shit. Okay. Not great. Yeah, Rasmus.
Forgot about those guys, eh?
I probably could have got Rasmus Sandin way later in the draft.
Last,
Tucker,
last.
I can confidently
You could
tell
have picked him up in free agency.
Yeah, I can confidently tell you no one else was taking him. So you
All
could
right.
have got him at any pick in the draft.
All right. Okay. All right. Whatever. Hunter, you're next. I'm gonna prove you guys all wrong with my next pick. But okay, Hunter, you go next.
I'm gonna go with Matt Barzell on the Islanders. I think the Islanders may stretch out a couple of games with Pittsburgh, and they so tough figuring out who's going to come out of that series. I mean, the Islanders just play that tricky game of defense, and I don't know if Pittsburgh can get by them, but so I'm gonna stick with Barzell.
Matt Barzell, not on my list, but I do like the pick. Oh, where do I go now? Okay, I'm gonna round out my forwards, and I am going. I don't even know now. This is tough. All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go on defense. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm going on defense, and I know I just bashed the guy, but give me Morgan Riley.
I'm gonna take Sandin because Morgan Riley's horrible. He's been dog shit lately. Fucking had him for the squad, though, boys. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, he gets first pairing minutes, right? So
You were worse at drafting than the Green Bay Packers.
well, let's not go that far.
That was unnecessary.
It's
This is a
getting
hockey
there.
show.
That was I don't know about that. Kurt, you got 2 picks here in a row.
All right.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna finalize my forward group here. I need 2. So give me Jake Gensel first. And a pick I am extremely happy to make here. I had to do it. Give me Alex Ovechkin.
Ooh.
I told you, you like doing it, don't you? You like
Yeah.
taking your own guys.
If they make a run, he's got to be the focal point of it. So I don't want to regret that if they make one, not having him on my team. So I'm taking him now.
Okay. I like those. Back to me. Okay. I could take one more. Okay. So what? We all have how many picks do you have left, Kurt? I have 3
2.
left. You have
Yeah, I
2
have
left.
2.
Okay. All right. So this is the second. No, I don't even know. All right. For me, I am going to take give me Gabriel Landeskog from the
That's a good
Colorado
one.
Avalanche.
That's a good pick.
He will round out my forwards. Again, I just think Colorado is a deep team, and obviously they're part of that. He's part of the first line, which rivals Boston's first line. They're just that good. So I'm taking Landeskog. I'm taking the captain. I got leadership on my team. Okay, I don't know about you chumps, but I got let me count it. I got 3 captains right now on my team. So I mean,
unfortunately, when I check what points are worth, there was no category for leadership, so
Hey.
I didn't take that into consideration. It's worth
Doesn't matter.
0. It's worth 0 points in our scoring system.
whatever. I'm just telling you. I'm just stating that as a fact. Okay. God, get off my back. Hunter, who do you have next?
I'm gonna grab another defenseman while he's still out there. A little bit of a wild card pick, but I'm gonna go Alec Martinez. I mean, with Vegas going all the way to the Cup final here, he's gonna be heavily involved and rack up some points for him. So I'm gonna grab him.
I had him on my board too. Damn it.
So now Kurt has to do some adjustments
Yep.
to his board.
Okay.
Jake, let's see if you could throw another wrench into Curtis's game plan here.
So I got my final 2 picks here. More than happy with how the team filled out here. I'm gonna go Sergachev. Obviously gonna add him to the squad.
Okay.
Can't believe he's still on the board.
Okay.
And we're gonna go Taylor Hall. The guy's been tearing it up. I think Boston's gonna go on a decent run here. He's going to be a massive part of it. Taylor Hall's going.
Yeah, he
I'm
was on
happy
my
with the
list.
squad.
Yeah,
That is a
was
good looking
one.
team.
That was a good one, actually. Okay. So now it goes back to Hunter. Hunter, how many picks do you have left?
I have 2 left.
2 left. Okay. I guess we all have 2 left. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So who do you got with your second to last pick?
I'm going to finish off the forwards, and I'm going to grab Willie Nylander.
Willie
as my
Nylander
final pick.
goes off the
4th in
board.
points on Toronto. Toronto's going to make a run here. They're going to rack up the points, especially playing the Canadians. I think Nylander, he just can't stop producing. He's on a 9-game point streak right now. So why not carry that into the playoffs?
Hey, I like it. Willie Styles. He's going to be styling and profiling in the playoffs. For me, there's not that many good defensemen I have on my list anymore that I think are going to go deep. This is the problem. The only one I think that's going to go deep, and this is why I'm taking him, and really the only reason I'm going to take him is I'm going to take Jake Muzzin. Jake Muzzin is hot right now. He's a point getter. Okay. Hey, Kurt, you're laughing?
You just call him
Kurt.
a point getter?
Kurt, you're laughing. Why are you laughing at that pick?
I can't.
Kurt, he
How many
scored
Leaf
in the
guys do you have
last
on your
game. I have a lot. Okay, I got
Oh my
1, 2,
God.
3, 4. I got 5. I got 5 Leafs on my team out of
Unbelievable.
10 I've taken so far. So I'm ride and die with the blue and white. Okay, that's just how I live my life. Who's next? Is Curtis next?
I got 2 picks left.
Yeah. You go.
If I am back to back here?
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
back to back.
All right. To finish off my team, I'm taking Samuel Girard from the Avalanche and
He was my other pick.
Charlie McAvoy. Those are my last 2 defense.
Okay. Yeah, Samuel Girard was on my board. He was who I was debating with Muzzin, but I think
And
Toronto's
you ended up taking
I think
Muzzin?
Toronto's going deeper is the thing. That's why I took
Colorado?
Muzzin. Yes. I didn't have Colorado making it out of that division.
I can't believe
You're
this.
bonehead.
I don't
It's
I
not
don't even have to say to
boneheaded.
this.
Hey, people after the show are going to be like, "Holy, Tucker's so good at drafting.
Holy, this guy's an
he is-
idiot.
He has a sneaky. Hey, we live in blue and white country. Okay, so people are going to be like, oh, "Yeah, fucking Leafs." Like they're going to love my team.
We're gonna lose.
Hey, you
We're
look at
gonna
the
lose
bonus?
listeners now.
What's that?
The bonus for you, though, is like you have so many clips now if you win.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can play this whole segment just over again.
Yeah, I'll be like, Leafs won the Stanley Cup Finals, and I won this thing that we're doing. And I said, and I'll just be like, you want to hear the episode again, and then I'll just play it, and
Might as
I'll
well.
get all you chumps saying that I suck at drafting and my team's no good, and then
But if they don't, and if they like lose to Montreal, you have to send me the video so I can make clips out of it because it'll be so funny.
okay,
Like, yeah, I want to play the part where it says, and I am taking Jake Muzzin over Samuel Girard.
okay, no problem. I'll send that to you. No problem.
Can you send it? I want to play it as soon as Samuel Girard hoists the cup too.
Okay,
It'll be perfect.
Either way, there's
Sure.
going to be some unbelievable clips out of this.
yeah, you're right. I think I am the next pick, and you know what? I haven't picked a goalie yet. Need a netminder, need a guy between the pipes, need a guy who's going to take you deep, need a guy who's potentially going to get those shutouts, get those 2 points. And you know what? Without even blinking, without flinching an eye, Jack Campbell's my goalie. Jack Campbell's my goalie. That's right. Jack Campbell's my goalie. That's right. Freddie, hit the showers.
That
Jack
one caught
Campbell's
me
in there
off
for me.
guard. I honestly, that one caught me off guard. I did not expect that. I don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Freddie,
You
hit the
just threw this
showers.
whole-
Jack
You
Campbell
just
is
threw
my
this whole
Nuh-uh.
draft in a blender with that pick.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know what? Looking back on it, I probably could have got Sandine the pick before, but you know what? I'm taking Campbell. as my goalie.
Or now hear me out. Not at all. That might have been a better pick, but
We could draft another team and you could still get Sandy.
Okay. All right. I'm taking Campbell. The guy's just a win machine. That's just all he is. This guy wakes up in the morning and he's like, how do I win tonight's game? And he's like, I just play my game. I just play hockey. And he goes out there and he wills this team to a win. This guy's 17-2-2 this year. This guy does not lose. He's got a .923 save percentage. Okay? This guy's got 2 shutouts. This guy is a point machine for me. This guy's going to will my team to win. Jack Campbell's my goalie. Unless Sheldon Keefe fucks me. But okay. Hunter, who do you have with your last pick?
I'm going back and forth. I've been going back and forth for about 10 minutes between these two players, but I gotta go with Neil Pionk from Winnipeg.
I was looking at him
Just
too.
a point producer, and I don't know if Winnipeg's going to make it past the first round, but we're all at that point where we got to choose some guys who we think is going to get points in the first round. So give me Neil Pionk.
Okay. And Jacob.
Yeah, so I didn't know I had another pick. Counted
There you
wrong. 5 forwards, not 6. That's on me. Is Stamkos still available?
Yeah.
He is.
Give me Stamkos. That was easy. You silly
He'd be
gooses.
available in the next draft too.
No, he
Don't worry.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
You
he would be.
Stop it.
He would in the fifth. in the fifth
Sandin's
draft that we
available
do.
in 9 drafts from now.
In the 5th draft we do. Steven Stamkos is still available. Okay. So there's our teams. Mine's clearly the best.
Oh
Without
my
question.
God.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it at this point. Yeah, so we'll track all the points for these playoffs, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Tucker,
What are we? Yeah,
yeah, I'm so your team's so bad that even if the Leafs
Mm-mm.
do win the cup, you still might not win this.
no,
That's how I
That's a fair
how I feel
assumption.
about
No.
your team.
no.
Your roster,
Two-year
Jake Muzzin
defenseman
and
might get you like
Rasmus
4
Sandin.
points total.
Nope. Hey, I said this to Kurt. I also hate when like you hear like analysts on TV and they're like highest point producing defense core in the league, or like highest goal scoring defense core in the league, and you're like, what does that mean? Like 30 goals a year? Like that doesn't even, like, the lowest has like 10. Like that doesn't even mean anything. I hate when people say that. So I guess my team fits that bill. My team is gonna
Bunch of underdogs.
bunch of underdogs. That's right. I'm the underdog king. Hey, it's in my bio, people. I'm the king of the eye test, and all these guys pass the eye test. Okay. Fuck the metrics. Metrics analytics don't mean nothing. They don't mean
Analytics.
anything in my life. Okay.
I'm
Eye
a big-
test.
I'm a big pucks in deep shots on net kind of guy.
That's right. The cycle. That's the name of the game.
High and hard off the glass.
Exactly. That's what my team is built off of. So how's everyone feeling about their teams? Curtis, let's start with you.
Honestly, I don't see a way I don't win this. I feel so confident about my team. I can't wait to tally these up. My team is looking fantastic. Do you need me to read it off for you?
No, we got it.
All right. I just want to make
got
sure in case
I
you
mean-
want to hear it again.
We'll see it. We'll probably post these somewhere. I don't even know. We don't have a guy like for that, for like the other boys do.
Yeah, we could get a guy.
We're grassroots, you know. That's just the way we are.
We have someone who actually majored in that, who does who did our profiles
Posting
for
fantasy
Instagram.
teams.
No, like the graphics, graphic
okay.
design.
Perfect.
We did? Wait, we did?
Yes,
Who did it?
I can't name names.
Nick,
Text me it.
Okay.
Ted from
Hey.
down the street. He did it. Yeah, we need a guy like
They're
that.
very well done, so they deserve a congratulations.
Well, there
Yes,
you
they
go.
do.
Hunter, how do you like your team? How you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, these drafts are always scary because one team goes out and you're screwed. So I tried, like the 4 teams that I have going into the final, I basically tried to stick with those teams. But if I'm screwed, then I'm screwed. So
That's like Tucker's. He has a good balance of teams, so he should be all right.
Yeah, 6 guys from Toronto. So putting all my eggs really in one basket. But hey, if it works out, it works out. Jake, let's finish up with you. How do you like your team, even though your first 2 picks were just absolutely wild? But
I
how are
don't
you
understand
feeling?
how you can call the best player in the NHL take him at 4 a wild pick. It was an absolute steal of the draft, in my opinion. I mean, I ride with the Oilers at this point, looking at my team. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Barry. Those are a lot of points if they go far. Not a lot of points if they don't. Comes down to them, but I believe in them. Hey, the boys gonna get the job done. They'll beat Winnipeg. 5 people live in Winnipeg. That's nothing to them.
They don't even have an airport.
Exactly.
They come in by
Fuck
canoe.
Like,
That's what they do. They're
Gonna
like,
be easy. Then
travel-
when the
no-
Oilers
no
get the upset
cars,
on
just
Toronto, your
horses.
team's gonna be dead. My team's still very much alive.
but when your team,
His team's
Which-
already dead.
my team, no.
Yeah, your team's
No.
already dead.
I have point producing D-men. I have I have point producing D-men. I have a
Who?
solid
Muzzin?
Jake Muzzin. I told you this. Listen, god damn it. He's all around phenomenal. He's okay. You know why he wears 8? Because he's twice as good as Bobby Orr. Okay, that's why I took him on my team. Jake Muzzin, point producing D-man. I feel good about my team. Again, a lot of eggs in one basket. So it's a big gamble. But hey, that's the way it is. That'll do it for the draft, for the bracket. Anything else, boys, you want to get out there?
I'll go. No, just thanks
Yeah.
for having me. It was an honor to be here. Honor to take part in this draft. Unbelievable your decisions. We'll let the people decide about who had the best draft, but I think it's pretty clear that it was me by far. Go check out Off the Rail Sports. Besides that, thanks, boys.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate it. This was fun. Me and Kurt. We don't have people on our podcast all the time. This is the second time we've had people on the podcast, and it worked out tremendously. We're gonna do this again someday. We're definitely once Dougie lets us outside and he frees us from our shackles, we are gonna go to the golf course. And me and Kurt, let's get it out there right now. Me and Kurt are gonna kick your ass at golf. Let's just get it out there right now.
Hopefully you play
Kurt's
golf
yeah.
better than you draft, because that was tough.
Hey, I'm an all-time drafter. I'm an all-time GM, and even better golfer.
Whatever you say.
Hey, I'm telling you, by
I can't wait for that match.
I'll even give you by the 12th hole, this match will be over. Me and Kurt will be digging into the pops, and we'll just have a nice leisurely back nine. At some point I'll pull out the 9-iron and I'll be like, let's see who can hit it further, my 9-iron or your driver, and you'll just shank it into the woods. And we'll just do fun stuff like that. So we're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I know Kurt's looking forward to it. Yeah, so it'll be a good time. I want to thank you boys again for coming on. This was a good time. And everybody go check out OTR, Off the Rails Sports Podcast, plus the website. Plug the website real quick.
It's otrsports.net. We're all contributors there. We all do our articles, and we've got our podcasts up there too, as well as your guys's. So go check it out.
All right. Thanks, boys. Really appreciate this. And we'll see you on down the road. Bye.